Hey guys, welcome to this video, and today I will be showing you some of the cool shortcuts available in Android Studio that you can use while you're developing applications with your Android Studio. Well, these shortcuts might be so helpful for you guys, and as a beginner you might not know this kind of shortcuts that can help you really well. So let's get started. So let's start with simple. I have already opened a existing project in my Android Studio to show you some shortcuts. Well, let's start with some simple ones. As you can see, there is a semicolon here, and I decided to erase it. Well, I can use a shortcut to autocomplete my semicolon for myself. Okay, so I'm gonna hold Control+Shift on Windows and Command+Shift on Mac, and I'm gonna hit enter. So it's actually auto completing this semicolon for me. And let me show you like another way. I'm defining a variable called name, and I'm actually trying to assign a value, and I type name. As you can see, my cursor is at this moment just at the end of this string, but now I'm going to use the same shortcut for auto completion. So I'm going to press Control+Shift on Windows and Command+Shift on Mac, and I'm going to hit enter by holding these two keys, and it auto completes this whole line for me. So this is a pretty good shortcut that you can use when you're declaring a variable, or you can writing an expression. It can be anything at the end. You don't need to be just move your cursor manually from the end of your string to write at this point and then put a semicolon. So it's a pretty backdated way that you can do it. So you can just do it in that way, so much faster. Well, let's move to another shortcut that you can use. Okay, so this time it's actually called multiple selections shortcut. Well, when you have, let's say I'm just assigning and declaring some variables, let's say name, address, and these all are strings. Let's say phone, and this is also an empty string. So for the very first time I'm assigning an empty string to all of these variables, and later on I decided that I will be assigning null to all of these variables. So I need to change, and I want to change but these three variables values simultaneously. So I can just manually do it by doing one by one, but this is not the solution that I'm here for. Well, I'm going to use a pretty cool shortcut. So this is, you need to hold Alt and Shift on Windows and Option+Shift on Mac, and then you can just hold your mouse and click wherever you want to put a cursor in multiple places. I hope you remember the keys: Alt+Shift on Windows and Option+Shift on a Mac, and then you can see three cursors are just here, and I can now move my hands from those keys, and now if I press backspace, as you can see, it's actually working simultaneously. And now I can just put null value to all of this variable at a time, and I can also put a semicolon as well. And after that, you can click anywhere on your screen to just back to your previous state. So that's how you can actually put cursor in multiple places to change multiple things at a time. So this is a pretty one of the best shortcuts I have ever learned in this kind of IDE. Well, these shortcuts are really helpful if you actually can use it in appropriate scenarios. Okay, so well, let's move to another one. This is a shortcut for replace. Well, first of all, let me show you one thing. Well, as you can see, here is the log statement and the tag value is location. Well, for example, I have already defined this tag location and the same type of tag in multiple places. Once in my maps activity and another one is here in the instrumented test. Well, later on I decided to change it to location to something that I wanted to be capital letter. Okay, I want to write it in uppercase, all of these letters. I'm gonna hold Control Shift on Windows and Command Shift on a Mac and then press R on your keyboard, and you can see this is actually popping up because I have written it previously. So this place is the thing you are actually trying to replace. So for this time I'm trying to replace a string that is location, so I have already put a double quotation. Now when I write this location in as a string, as you can see, it finds automatically actually finds the string in multiple directories, and it's actually showing me that I have one location string in my maps activity and another one in my instrumented test.java file. Well, now I can change it all of these things at once, and now I want this field is for what will replace this one, this string. Okay, so I'm writing another string in this below box like location, and as soon as I hit replace, it's going to replace in the location from that directory. But if I press replace all, then it will replace this string with that string in all of these places. So let me show you both of this. And as you can see, I have clicked replace, so it's another one is remaining, and I can easily put enter from that place as well, and as you can see, this thing has changed. So this is a really easy shortcut, and I mean a faster way to refactor your code from anywhere, I mean anytime, whenever you want, and it actually reduces your time. Well, now it's time for another shortcut. So as you can see, there are so many files here. So in my project, if I want to jump to a specific file, rather than just searching here in my project directory, I can just easily travel in files by pressing double shift on Windows, and the same shortcut for Mac, double shift. If you put double shift, you can see a pop-up window, and here you can write the file name. Okay, so I'm searching for, let's say, manifest file. So as you can see, I can see that I have a file .android manifest. Now I can just travel easily, and if I cancel this thing, now if I again want to move to my maps activity, so I can just easily map. So I can also write it in lowercase maps, so it will find the corresponding matching files for you, and you can just hit enter and it's actually open up the file. So this is a pretty easy shortcut for traveling from files to file in an easy way. So This is a cool one. Another shortcut I'm going to share with you guys that you might find so much helpful in almost every use case, that is surround with. So as you can see, I have a piece of code block here. Now I want to surround it with try catch block so that I can handle the exception. So I'm gonna hit press Control Alt on Windows and Command Option on a Mac. Then I'm gonna hit T. As you can see, there is a pop-up window with surround with options. There is a bunch of options you can choose, if else, and so many other. So let's pick the try catch one, and as soon as I click here, as you can see, this block of code automatically inside the try catch block. So that's how you can actually use this option to make your development process easier. So guys, that's all for today. I will put a link of all of these shortcuts available in Android Studio in the description, so you can just check it out and you can consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.